What is good, YouTube? It's your boy The Lost Rex, and today I got another video for y'all, man. Today we got "It's Really Gonna Happen" ... by your boy Jimmy High Roller, man. So shout out to Jimmy High Roller for this video. We're gonna see what this video is talking about. But before we start the video, if you haven't done so already, make sure you guys comment, like, and subscribe to the channel if you're new. Don't forget to hit that post notification bell every time I drop a new video. Follow my Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok links. All of them are down below, man. And I'm gonna have this video if you wanna watch it yourselves, man, down below as well. So let's get into it. Alright, there we go.
The NBA Finals. Who would have thought? I mean, the Bucks, as odd as it feels that they've actually made it, I think it was almost a matter of time considering their rise over the last few seasons. But the Suns, the Phoenix Suns, you can't help but to feel happy for them because they weren't supposed to be here.
Yeah.
At the moment, the Suns are favored to win the finals at minus 190 odds. But this wasn't always the case.
It's crazy too. I didn't want to pause it so early, but like, I remember, I mean, people my age, I mean, we like, what, 19, 20-year-olds, bro? Like, just not too long ago, bro. Bro, the Suns were some shit, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, back in like middle school. I mean, back in middle school, you know what I'm saying? High school, bro. Like, we watch the Suns. I mean, we, of course, we wouldn't watch the Suns, but we would just be like, man, the Suns are some shit, bro. Now look at them now, bro. Like, shit crazy, bro. Like, but good for them though.
At the beginning of the season, the Suns were not favored to win the title.
Like, it's crazy, bro. That's crazy. Like, I remember, like, right when I started watching basketball like that, probably around like 2009, 2010. Probably that was their last. Yeah, that was their last good season. That was their last great season before this season. Yeah. After that, it was a mess.
4th or 5th or 6th or 7th or anything close. 15th. At the beginning of the season, the Suns had the 15th.
Wait, where they at? I can't see now. Where they? Where's the? Oh, right here. They're right here. We know how this turned out. We know how the Rockets turned out. Let's see. Toronto had better odds than the Suns. That's tough. Let's see. Golden State had better odds. That's tough. Utah, that's tough. Portland, that's tough. That's tough. Who's that on top? Dallas. That's tough.
Best odds of winning the NBA championship at plus 6,000.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, I didn't see this shit coming.
If the Suns win the title this season, are they the least likely NBA champions ever? I mean, they've got to be close, right? Well, here are the preseason championship odds of every single NBA championship team dating back to 1985. The 2018 Warriors having the best preseason odds of any team, being the heavy favorite.
I mean, of course. I mean, shit. Like, KD, Curry, Clay, Draymond, like, the fuck? Of course.
End of the spectrum, you have the champions who had the worst odds of winning it all going into the season. The 2004 Pistons, the 2011 Mavericks, and the 2015 Warriors. And then, there's this year's Suns.
Jesus fucking goddamn. Oh, man. God damn. Well, I mean, of course, no one saw this shit coming, but damn. Damn. That's crazy.
Worst preseason odds of any team in modern basketball history. Look at this. It's not even close. In fact, according to preseason odds, the Suns are more than 2 times less likely to win a championship this season than the next least likely champion in nearly...
Hey, man, like, I remember, I don't know if I made a prediction for the Suns. I think I did. Early in the season, I said, I mean, they'll at least be a playoff team, probably a 6th seed, 7th seed if possible. 2nd seed in the West, and going, that's crazy, bro.
4 decades. Now, sure, they haven't won the title yet, but if
they will. They'll win the title.
Realistically,
The Bucks aren't coming back. They're not coming back.
Phoenix, Arizona thought the Suns would even be in the NBA Finals this season. capitalized on their opportunity and they've stepped up and knocked down every opponent put in front of them. And yeah, they took advantage of a weird playoff year with an absurd amount of injuries and teams not playing at full capacity. But let's not forget, the Suns also lost Chris Paul for 2 games in the second round due to COVID protocol. They were also victims of odd and unforeseen circumstances. And yet here they are, in the finals despite the odds being heavily against them. On a side note, of all these champions, here are the teams who were favorited to win the title going into the season, which means odd makers picked the correct team less than half the time. But I want to take a deeper look into this, because if we're just going by odds, the Suns are easily the least favorited team to even make it to the finals, let alone win the whole thing. So let's take a different approach at this. Now, see these numbers? Well, I mean, of course you do, you're watching the video, but take a close look at them, because these are statistically the most likely NBA champions of the last 38 NBA seasons. A collection of some of the best teams ever assembled, topped off with the 2017 Warriors. And you're probably thinking, how in the world did I come up with this list? What do all these numbers mean?
Right.
Well, by using the SRS stat, which is a statistic that uses a few variables to determine how good or bad a team is relative to the rest of the league. I covered this stat last season in this video. We can find out how difficult or easy a championship run was. But we can also find out how much better a team was relative to their competition in any given postseason. For example, in the 2017 playoffs, the Warriors faced an opponent with an average SRS score of 3.44. Meanwhile, the Warriors had the 4th best SRS score in the history of the league with 11.35, which means they were 7.91 SRS better than their average opponent in that playoff run, which is statistically the largest gap of any team in
I really okay.
relation to their opponents since 1984.
All right.
Simply put, this relative SRS score shows us how much better each championship team was relative to the opponents they faced to get the championship. Well, by using this same method, I found that these teams are the 10 least likely champions of the last 38 seasons, with the 1995 Houston Rockets topping the list with an SRS 3.67 less than their average playoff opponent, which is absurd. This means that when the Rockets won the title in 1995, every single team the Rockets faced that postseason was not only better than the Rockets, they were statistically...
Yeah, because I remember, listen, I'm not from that time period, but if I do remember correctly, the Rockets in 95 was a 6 seed, I believe. I could be wrong, y'all let me know, but I think they were a 6 seed. I could check, but yeah, they were definitely a 6 seed. I mean, I could like I don't have to think about it. I just know that they weren't even favored to win the finals. Let me check. Let's see, 1995 NBA playoffs. But let me check. They should have been a 5 seed, right? Give some time. See, first round. Let's see. That's not giving me much. It's not giving me anything. Okay, let me look at the bracket. The bracket is gonna help me. Okay. The Rockets, yeah, they were a 6 seed. Yep, they were. Beat the Jazz in 5. At that time, it was up to 5 games. Beat the Suns in 7, and then beat the Spurs in 6. So, okay.
Considerably better than the Rockets. And this would make sense, because in last year's video, we determined that their championship run that season was the most difficult in modern NBA history. But this list isn't just about difficulty. It's about difficulty relative to each team. For example, the 2001 Lakers are arguably the greatest team of all time, and yet their championship run is the second hardest on this list. And that's because in order to get it, they had to go through a 50-win Blazers team, a 55-win Kings squad, the Spurs who had the best record in the NBA that season with 58 wins, and a 56-win 76ers team in the finals. Are you kidding me? Do y'all realize how insane this is? And when you consider that the Lakers only had an SRS of 3.74 that season, this means that nearly every team they beat was statistically still better than they were. If the Bucks win the title this season, this would give them a relative SRS score of 2.57, which is a pretty average title run, just slightly unlikely. But if the Suns win the championship, they would have a relative SRS score of 0.88, which would land them with the 8th least likely title of the last 38 seasons, right between the Cavaliers in 2006
That's tough.
and the Raptors in 2019. The Suns have beat the returning champs in the Lakers, they've defeated the league MVP in the Nuggets, and they beat the heavily favored Clippers. And it would only be fitting that Chris Paul wins a championship in this fashion. Possibly the most unlucky player of our generation. Because if you look at a timeline of CP3's career and what has unfolded for him, it's honestly shocking that he hasn't won a ring yet. We can all recall the NBA's decision to veto Paul's trade to the Lakers in 2011, a decision that altered the NBA for years. We are all witnessing what Chris Paul can do with Devin Booker and a scrappy young Suns team. Just imagine what he would have done with Kobe Bryant
Yo,
and an experienced
that would be tough. I ain't gonna lie, that would be hard.
season removed from back-to-back championships. It is no stretch to say that this potential Lakers team would have been one of the favorites to win the title for multiple years. But of course, this never happened. Then there's the monumental collapse the Clippers had in the 2015 playoffs. After being up 3-1 in the second round against the Rockets, fate would have it that Paul would not see the conference finals, since the Rockets went on to win the next 3 games, completing the dreadful 3-1 comeback. Fast forward to the next season in the 2016 playoffs, and after going up 2-0 to the Blazers in the first round, both Paul and Blake Griffin go down with injuries, allowing the Blazers to win 4 straight games. And then, of course, one of the most overlooked what-ifs in recent NBA history, Chris Paul's hamstring injury in the 2018 Western Conference Finals. The Rockets were up 3-2. They had all the momentum. This was their series to lose. So, that's exactly what happened. After going down with an injury with just 50 seconds left in the fourth quarter of Game 5, Chris Paul would never return to the series, and the Rockets would go on to lose the next 2 games, sealing their fates as just another third-round exit. Chris Paul has been the victim of 2 of the biggest what-ifs of our entire generation. So although I'm not a Suns fan, and I'm actually very neutral in this whole thing, I recognize the magnitude of what Chris Paul and the Suns have accomplished. The point guard and his disciples, 2 wins away from beating the Bucks and beating all the odds. Hope you all enjoyed it.
But yeah, like I said, man. Oh yeah, the video. Can't talk right now. The video's about to be over anyway. But like he said, like Jimmy said, man. Like it'll be Chris Paul getting the ring, bro. Man, this was definitely well deserved, bro. I don't care if the Lakers, they weren't healthy at full strength. The Nuggets, they didn't have Jamal Murray. The Clippers didn't have Kawhi, man. No LeBron, no AD. You know what I'm saying? Man, like, yo, give Chris Paul a break, bro. And I think I said it in the last video. Maybe the last video, or maybe a couple videos before that. Like I said, give Chris Paul his credit, man. Like, dude, bro, let him get his shine, bro. Like, so yeah, he's gonna get his first ring, assuming the Bucks do something crazy, but I doubt it. But Chris Paul gonna get that first ring, bro. He's gonna feel real good, bro. I'm not gonna lie. After all he's been through, like Jimmy just said, bro, he just highlighted it, bro. Like, dude, he needs his ring, bro. He needs his ring, bro, and he's gonna get it, bro. And we can't be any happier, bro. So, I think that's it. I don't think you got nothing else to say.
Until next time.
Yeah, that's it. But yeah, man, CP3 getting the ring, bro. I know that's gonna sound real good, bro. Even though I'm not a Suns fan, you know what I'm saying? I don't care. You know what I'm saying? Still support the GOAT. So, I'm not saying Chris Paul's the GOAT, but y'all know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? Chris Paul is a how would I say? Chris Paul's a great player, you know what I'm saying? Hall of Fame and everything like that. That's all I really gotta say, man. But yeah, if there's any other videos you want me to react to, in my comment section down below. Matter of fact, I'll say Chris Paul will probably be top 30 of all time. I'll say, I don't know where top 30, definitely not top 10, but somewhere in that top 30 range for sure. So yeah. But yeah, like I said, if there's any other videos you want me to react to, in my comment section down below. Like I said, subscribe to the channel if you're new, and I'm gonna head out.